I used to think eating alone means I'm lonely. Now, it's my favorite date already. It completely changed how I show up in my relationships. The best relationship advice I've ever got wasn't about communication or boundaries. It said, take yourself on a date. Watch what happens. I spent years waiting for someone to take me to the nicest shots. Then I realized I am that person who I have been waiting for. The relationship that you have with yourself sets the tone for other relationships that you have in your life. And solo dates are the cheat code. What if I told you that spending intentional time alone could make you more confident than anxious and more magnetic in your relationships? Hello, besties. So, today we are going to talk about solo dates that actually transformed my life, honestly. And I don't say that lightly. Not grabbing coffee in between the errands. I'm talking about the time spent intentionally and planned dates where you are the priority. And here's the thing, it's not about you being single or in a relationship, it's about what kind of relationship that you have with yourself. Let's be honest, we are taught to prioritize everyone else, our partner, our family, our friends, our career. But when was the last time that you actually prioritized yourself? I'm not talking about self care, Sunday face mask way. I'm talking about an real, unintentional, I'm investing in myself. That's what we are unpacking today. Why soul date matters, how they can change you from the inside out, and how to take yourself on a date, even the idea of it terrifies you. So, let's get it. Okay, first thing first, let's all define what we're talking about because I think there's some confusion around it. A solo date is not running errands, scrolling on a phone at coffee shop, doing something alone because you don't have another option, isolation or avoiding people. A solo date is an intentional appointment with yourself. Block time on your calendar like you would do for anyone else. An activity you would look forward to. A chance to get to know yourself outside of all the rules. Daughter, friend, girlfriend, employee. Think of this way. When you go on a date with somebody else, you think where to go, what to wear, what you will talk about. You are present. You care about the experience. Solo dates are the same, except it's you doing it for yourself. And here's what makes it different than spending time alone. You are choosing to spend time with yourself because you deserve that attention. Not just because you are lonely or because you don't have nothing to do. For me, 4 days looks like this: going to a museum, going for a walk, painting something, or grabbing a cup of coffee at my favorite cafe. The point is, it's deliberate, it's planned, and you are fully in the present with yourself. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. If solo dates are that great, why don't more of us do them? Because they are uncomfortable. Let's just say it. There's this weird social stigma around it that going alone means you don't have somebody to go with, that you are lonely, that people will judge us. I remember when I first went to a cafe, I was so anxious and I thought everyone was staring at me. And just to look busy, I took out my phone and started scrolling. But that taught me something very important. That I have lost touch with myself. That I've lost touch with being comfortable in my own company. Here's another reason we resist. When you're with yourself, there's no one to perform for. There's no one to fill that silence. There's no distraction. And it can be uncomfortable. Maybe because you realize that you're putting yourself last. Maybe because you are numbing out the feelings with your busyness. Maybe you realize that you're not happy with something in your life. But here's what I learned, that discomfort is where the growth happens. Every time you choose to go on a solo date, despite the anxiety, despite what people might think of you, you are telling yourself that your own company matters, that you are worth of your own time. I've got to know myself again. Solo dates taught me to figure that out again. You know, not what other people needed from me, not what my friends needed from me, my family needed from me, and not what looked good on social media, but what actually I wanted, what actually I needed from myself, and that's for me. Solo dates actually made me figure that out. You know, I like music. I love reading long form. I love doing paintings. I love going on long walks. They might seem small, but they are not. They're a piece of my identity. And these small things make major changes in your life because you show up differently when you know who you are. I stopped seeking external validation. This was huge. I used to do everything just to please that person. I would pick their favorite cafe. Unconsciously, I started building my own experiences around them. And solo dates actually made me see that when I am alone, there's no one to impress. There is no one who will judge me. There is no one to, perform for. And that changed my life completely. Because I stopped seeking validation from other people because you are the only one who can validate your feelings. And the more you do that, you stop, you know, asking for another people's validation and you become your own anchor. I learned to sit with discomfort. Remember when I mentioned anxiety? Yeah, it got easier. Not because people changed, but because I changed. I realized that people are not even paying attention to me. And even if they are, so what? I'm allowed to be in public spaces alone. I am allowed to enjoy my own company. That confidence seeped into other areas of my life. I started speaking more in my meetings. I started putting boundaries with my things. I started saying no to things that I don't want to do. And I don't want, just because I don't want to be alone. My relationships got better. This might sound counterintuitive, but when I started prioritizing my solo time, my relationships got better. Why? Because I wasn't looking for someone to complete that void in me or fill that void in me. am filling that void with myself. I wasn't clinging into friendships or relationships just out of fear of being alone. I was showing up as a whole person and not half looking person who needs someone else to complete her. I started treating myself the way I wanted to be treated. I realized before when I used to do solo dates, I realized that I would treat other people with more care than myself. I would show up on time for other people, but not for myself. I would give gifts to my friends out of love, but not to myself. Solo dates flipped that script for me. I'm worth on taking on a date. I'm worth therefore. I'm worth to get a good coffee. I'm worth the time. I'm worth on being on time for. And when you treat yourself that way, you teach other people to how to treat you too. Okay, so you're the mixed, but you don't know where to start. Start small. You don't have to book a solo trip to Manali on your first go. Start with something manageable. A copy for 30 minutes, uh, going to a bookstore, going to a cafe that you love. Anything small and you being getting comfortable alone in the public eye. Schedule it like you would any other appointment. Lock the time in your calendar. Make it non-negotiable. If you don't, trust me, you will find an excuse. Life will find an excuse for you. Fill that time for you. Somebody will ask you to do something for them. Protect this time like you protect our doctor's appointment. Leave your phone behind, or at least turn it off. If you don't, you will scroll on Instagram, and that doesn't mean you're a lady alone because you are consuming everybody else's life. Be with you. Do what makes you feel like you and you would love to do. Not what sounds interesting, not what other people wanted to do or you should do. What sounds fun or interesting or relaxing to you? Maybe that's going in a bookstore, maybe going to a museum, maybe learning something new like pottery or crocheting, whatever feels like you. Expect some discomfort and do it anyways. You will feel awkward for the first two times. That's normal. That's okay. That's part of the process. Read through it, it gets easier. Reflect afterwards. After a sore dates, sit with yourself and journal your feelings. What did you enjoy? What that experience made you feel? Don't write a novel, just few thoughts so that it gets easier for you for another time. I will be leaving some ideas for you to get started in the description box. So go check it out. Here's what I really want you to understand. Solo dates are not about doing activities alone. They're about reclaiming your relationship with yourself. We live in a world where we are taught to, need more. More followers, more plans, more friends. We are terrified of being alone because we have equated it with less than, with being not wanted. But the truth is, the longest relationship you will have is with yourself. You sleep with yourself. You wake up with yourself. You stay in your head 24/7. So don't you think you should be the one who should invest in yourself first? So it's a radical act of self-love. They are you saying, I matter. My time matters. My happiness matters. Even when no one else is watching. And here's the ripple effect. When you know how to show up for yourself, you can rely on yourself for bringing yourself joy, companionship, and adventure. You become less desperate, less needy, less willing to accept less than you deserve. You set a standard. You stop accepting people who drain your energy. You would rather be alone than unhappy. You start not shrinking yourself for other people so that they can, enjoy themselves. And that's what this practice brings to you. It's not about being isolated, it's about being integrated. To know all the parts of yourself, honoring them, choosing yourself again and again. So, if you take anything away from this video, let it be this: you're worthy of your own time, care, and attention. You don't need anyone else's permission. You don't need anyone else to take you out. You don't need to have time. Start now, this week. Put a date for a solo date on your calendar. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be intentional. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment, tell me if you could take yourself on a date this week, what would it be? Let's inspire each other. And if you have been doing the soul date thing, share your experience. What's changed for you? If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because we are going to dive deep into these kind of topics. And remember, the most important relationship that you will ever have is really. So, go create yourself. Get to know yourself. Fall in love with yourself. You are worth it.